The next presentation, making decisions, how to manage time. First of all, every day I face various dilemmas and we have to make different decisions. Some of them concern not a very serious problem, others are much more important because they can affect our whole life. For instance, professional to choose. When making this more difficult decision, it's worth following certain rules and set goals. 5 ways to improve decision making. Consider what is at stake. Assemble facts, identify alternatives, explore pros, cons and risks, choose best paths, take action. Stage of the decision-making process. Decision is easier to make when you divide the decision-making process into several stages, such as clarifying the problem by answering the following questions. What caused the problem? What is responsible for it? What is about? Here is a graph about how to make better decision. So be positive, be logical, consult with others, stand behind what you believe. For instance, stay true to your values is very important sentence. Make a list on pros and cons, understand your emotions. Defining the next element, defining the main goal by answering the questions. What do I want to achieve? Second questions, what should be the result of my future actions? Determining options for solving the problems by answering the following questions. What are the positive solutions to the problem? What do I have and what do I lack? Specifying the consequences of individual variants by answering the questions. What will happen when I choose this path of action and what will happen when I choose another? Choosing the optimal variant, the method that will be best to lead you to the solution, the problem, performing a sensitive analysis but answering the questions. What features of the problem make me choose this option? How would these variants change in the baseline conditions were changed? When solving the problem, it's sometimes necessary to stop longer at the stage of specifying the main goals. More often than not, specific goals will lead to the achievement of these goals, and this should be clarified first. Here you have the information about most common decision-making methods. I have fully authority to make any choice. Second, you decide today with limitation. The majority wins. Debate and align. It's safe to try. Put in on the back burner. I need your input. Everyone must agree. This includes goals that we are already completing, goals that are not very labor intensive and relatively easy to accomplish. It's best to write down the main and specific goals on a piece of paper or in the computer. It's easy to be more specific. We learn from our mistakes. Remember about it. Sometimes it happens that a well-laid plan and consistent improvement of specific goals will not lead us to achieve the main goal, or the consequences resulting from the implementation of the main goal are different than the expected results. 9 tips for better decision making. 1. Learn from experience. 2. Remain skeptical. Have options. Argue it out. Know the context. Experiment. Trash it. Assume it's wrong. Get others' perspectives. And we can say about project management in this field of knowledge. How to manage time, what methods are worth using. For instance, most important is setting goals. It's very important elements. Remember about planning breaks. Even the most efficient employee students needs rest during an intensive work day. Stay organized. Focus at work or while studying is not a mess on a desk. Carrying a planner. If you cannot imagine planning your work time in a computer or mobile application, try to most traditional methods. Time planning, why is important? Benefits according to Brian Tracy, a Canadian writer and author of the many bestsellers and personal development and the psychology of success. Prepare time planning has a number of benefits in terms of increased self-esteem, reduced stress, and improved well-being.